Another day, another dollar. Another day at the desk. Another night at it. Yeah, man, we still at the front desk. As you can see, we're at the desk right now. Literally. Making a video. I don't have nobody to check in. Most of the guests are asleep. It's almost 2 in the morning. I might as well make use of the 8 hours I'm here. Ain't got nothing else to do. I might just hold off on uploading this one, so when you see it, it might be a little delayed, because I'm shooting this right now exactly 6 weeks before I'm done with this place. 6 weeks. Yeah. I done did the math. So 4 weeks from now, I'll put my 2 weeks in, and then March 31st will be my last day. I already put it out there. If you checked one of my previous videos, I said it. I mentioned it before. I'm not going back this time, man. I already put the date out there plenty of times. I already circled a number on the calendar so many times. Like, I've called my mom, hey mom, I'm done. That's it. I've told my brothers, hey, I'm done. That's it. I'm gonna focus on the business. And I'm still here. But this time I made up my mind. Yeah, man, I see all the signs, you know, the writing. I see the writing on the wall. Yeah, so. And you know what, speaking, I think actually my boss, my supervisor, or so-called supervisor, you know, she just assumed the role. Ain't nobody gave her the position, but yeah. I felt like I left one of the tabs open on the computer one morning. You know, I'll be just here watching YouTube every day while I'm here. I feel like I left the tab open on my page. So I think she's onto my videos, onto my channel. So she's aware of my plans. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be just paranoid, but I kind of noticed a recent shift in energy. You know, I noticed a different vibe they be giving me. So yeah, I gotta play my cards right. See, I've been here so long, man. The other day I got written up for the first. You know, it bugged me, man. Like, I've been here for so long, and all of a sudden now, new owners, new management, new rules, new everything. You know, renovations are going on right now. You would think, you know, but like, it is what it is. So if she wants to watch my videos, if she wants to stalk my page, go right ahead. Feel free. By the time you see this, I'll be out. I don't mind. It's more views for me, more watch time. You know. And thank you, by the way, because you forced my hand. You made me, you know, you pushed me out. I couldn't deal with it no more. You know what I mean? See, I'm that type of person. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like people trying to control me. You know, I'm a rebel. Yeah, man, a rebel by nature. So, no, I got a plan. I got a schedule. I got a departure date. I got a checkout time. I'm out of here. I'm done. I did my time, you know. So, yeah, I noticed since recently, yeah, man, it's just totally different now. It's not what it used to be. It's actually starting to feel like a real job, almost. I actually almost have to work now. I come in at nights. You know, I used to come in, fool around on the computer for 2 hours, 3 hours, do my personal stuff, my admin stuff for my business, and then I'll be knocked out in the back. I got my little setup, you know, I got my pillow, my blanket. I'll be out 4 hours. I get up back by 6, do the little paperwork, and that's it, man. Doing that for years. Never worked a full 8-hour shift all the years I've been here. I swear to you. Every night. I gotta get a little nap, man. I'm human and I'm working 2, 3 jobs, running a business, running up and down all day. What you expect? I'm gonna be up here sitting down all night? Hell no. Hell no. No, don't pay me enough. Yeah, man, so yeah, I noticed a lot of that's changed, so it's not quite fully there yet. I'm still managing to get in a little cat nap, but once all the cameras are up and everything, and you can see that it still ain't got no cameras up. It's still a free-for-all right now, so I'm just taking advantage while I can. But, and then, you know, it'll prepare me mentally, you know, it'll get me right, because it's not like I'm going to be done with working 9 to 5 completely. I'm just going to be done with this place. I've gotten too attached to this place, you know, I've gotten too committed to this place. You know, I've built up my reputation, built up my resume. Like I said, almost 10 years. You know, you wanna leave on a good note. You don't wanna do all of that and then turn around and get fired. I wanna at least say, hey, yeah, I quit one job. I resigned from one job. You know, if I ever need a good recommendation, I could always call them. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. I just wanna make it to that date and I'm out. I know once later on I'll have to probably work another night job, but it won't be the same thing, you know, it'll be just a job. It won't be that personal attachment. It won't be that I'm not like protecting a record, if you get what I'm trying to say. Right now I feel like I gotta protect my record. So yeah. So for now I'll just keep milking the clock. Couple weeks left, 6 weeks left. Counting down, man. Actually, I'm gonna take a couple sick days. March 11th, March 12th, like 3 weeks from now. Because I got 3 sick days paid. Might as well take them. Already took my vacation. I'm not gonna sit here and wait on my vacation to come back around again in another 6 months. So I'll just go ahead, take my vacation now. My 3 days, my 3 sick days now. I'll call them my mental health days. I need them, man. I need them. I need them for my mental health, actually. Eventually, I'll be able to spend more time on content and less time working for other people. You know, I don't want to turn this into a 9 to 5 channel. I don't want to turn this into a job, a channel speaking about just jobs and working 9 to 5. It's actually supposed to be focused on the mushroom business and retreats, and that's the whole thing. That's why we created the channel. But I just figured, why not talk about what I know? You know, I know about working a job. I know about working a job and starting a business. So, you know, just speak about that for now. And then until I get my editing skills down, yeah, I'll just sit and talk in front of the camera for now and just get more comfortable. The good stuff is yet to come, so just stick around. Actually, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll show you what the lobby looks like. I'll show you what the front desk look like. They're still renovating, but it's almost done. I'd say they're about 90% complete, so it looks good. And then I'll do a video later on too of a before and after. Walk you through the whole process so you can see what the hotel looks like at the end. I can't wait. I hope to check in one night, spend a couple nights here, you know, when just as a guest, see what it feels like from that perspective. Because I've never spent a night here. All the years I've worked here, they've offered me, hey, you can come when the hurricanes are going on. Hey, yeah, we got a room for you. Nope. Y'all ain't gonna fire me on my day off. So I always stayed away. If I'm not working, y'all ain't gonna see me. So the date is set, man. I ain't going back. It's already out there. And y'all gotta hold me accountable too. March 31st. Y'all ain't gonna see me here after that. Take my mental health days. You know, I gotta balance what I gotta stay focused. Feel me? I'm not Superman. I can't just be giving all my time and energy to somebody else and still trying to build my business at the same time. I gotta take a break from that for a while and then just go all in on the business. Primary goal, the mission, the reason, like I said, we created the channel was to promote the business, get the word out. I recently just got my Instagram channel back, my Instagram page back. I've been getting a lot of heat over there, man. Violating guidelines, and they just took my page down without warning. For like 3 weeks I was in IG jail. Well, finally got it back, luckily. So I just went ahead, scrubbed it, cleaned it all up, took out certain trigger words, whatever, deleted a couple pictures. So hopefully I'm good. You know, I gotta just stay a wellness company. I realize once you mention certain words, the algorithm, it flags you. They get on you quick. So yeah, so like I said, I'll upload this video not right as I finished, but later on, just because I don't want the wrong person to see it at the wrong time and affect my plans, you know. And then I want to add some footage. Like I said, I'll give you a little quick look around at the end, but I want to add, you know, I want to just do a little basic editing. So in the weeks prior to me releasing this video, you know, I'll be doing a little at-home work, practicing editing and stuff. Because I think every YouTuber should know a little basic editing. You know, you shouldn't just be outsourced in everything. It's just like working a job, pretty much. You can't just be the manager, or you don't, like, even an owner of a business. You gotta know the ins and outs of the business. You gotta know the ins and outs of the job. You gotta know what it entails. You gotta know all the, you know, the little tricks in the trade. That just makes it easier for you to delegate. Makes it easier for you to assign tasks, you know. Easier to hire. So, and it, you know, it just makes you know what to look for even when you do hire someone. You know good quality. So I wanna get my editing skills down. So this video should be mixed down and edited and just a little better quality than my previous videos in the early, when I just started out. So if you haven't seen any of those early videos, you know, please go and check them out. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. So yeah, learning the YouTube game. Like I said, I'm a drift away from all the other platforms, and this is going to be my focus. You know, I think if I double down on YouTube, I should be able to make at least, my goal is to make at least $1,000 a month eventually. You know, it's not going to be overnight. I'm not expecting to quit my job next month and then start making YouTube money right after, you know. But the eventual goal is an extra $1,000 a month. That will cover at least the rent for the warehouse. And then, yeah, build up an email list, build up an audience. And that reminds me, I gotta focus on building also, you know, because you gotta own your own content. You gotta own the rights to your stuff, man. It doesn't make sense you building up all these you know, social media pages, and then you get up one day and then you don't even have access to them anymore. All your customers, all your audience, all your followers are gone. So it's good to own the rights to your stuff, have an email list, have a way where people could find you direct and not through somebody else's third party, you know. So if I can make an extra $1,000 a month, that'll offset the rent costs, help pay for travel between the farms, Jamaica, Oregon, here in Florida. And yeah, See, YouTube right now is where it's at, man. YouTube just celebrated 20 years, 2025, like February 2025. I think it started February 2025, but the first video was actually uploaded April 2025. So that's significant because I'm shooting this video right now in February 2025, and it might get uploaded in March, but to be safe, I might just wait till April after I resigned. So let's see. 20 years. I'm always late to the party. Same thing with Facebook, same thing with Instagram, same thing with TikTok. Always late to the party. But better late than never, right? I'm here now. So just take advantage. So yeah. But you're probably saying I don't look like your typical front desk agent, huh? How did I get in the front desk business? How did I get in the hotel business, for that matter? Long story. Background, my mom, she's basically the reason, because growing up, my mom was always big in the tourist industry in Jamaica. And she always took us around the country, always took us to different tourist areas, tourist destinations, hidden gems, you know, off the beaten path. And then I just fell in love with that whole hospitality industry. We would stay at various hotels, resorts, you know, all inclusive. Like, and I just loved that whole, like, the beach vibe and just being out in the country and, you know, good food, good scenery, helping people, like meeting new people, meeting like different experiences. So that's what kind of turned me on to it. And then in Jamaica, tourism is like the #1 employer. It's the biggest industry. So it's kind of automatic. It's like once you leave school, it's almost what you're gonna do, pretty much. It's just how far up the ladder you're gonna go. So, but with me, like I said, I don't look like your typical front desk agent. So even though you get that Bob Marley vibe and everything, and in Jamaica, you look like me, you ain't getting no, especially no front desk job. Hell no. I remember a couple times I applied, went for interviews and everything, and nope. They ain't calling me back. Nope. So it was a big deal for me when I came over here, partly because I couldn't get any jobs in Jamaica because of how I looked and what I stood for. Came over here, I walked into this place and they hired me on the spot. I was so excited. I was like, you know, all those places in Jamaica, I'm gonna show them. Y'all didn't want to hire me? Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna move up the ladder. I'm gonna, you know, eventually I'm gonna be a manager here, and then I'll have something to go back and show them and show off, and look at me now. I moved, still at the same place he came in, started, still there. This is the first job I ever got, man. First job. Started as a night auditor, and I'm gonna finish as a night auditor. No promotion. Yeah, the pay probably went up a little bit, but I'm still stuck in the same position. And I don't see where working here, like, there's like, you know, I've pretty much done my time, man. Like, it's over. Ain't nowhere else for me to go but out. Focus on my own thing. See, the good thing, I always had a plan. I always had a backup plan. I always was working towards something. So I wasn't like trying to kiss the boss, them rear end, you know, trying to be somebody I'm not, looking for position and promotion. No. My thing is just pay me what you need to pay me, and I'll take my money and I'll go invest it somewhere else. You know. But that was my whole thing. That's why I'm here. It'll help me get to where I need to get to. My next goal. my next step in life. Some people work from home. I work from work. So I come to work, I use the office, this is my office. When I come here, I take advantage of all the amenities. High-speed Wi-Fi, I could upload my YouTube videos like that. There's the printer, there's a fax machine, there's this, scanner. If I need anything, phone. Like, that's one of the only perks of working even a front desk job, man, honestly. You get that hotel discount, it's one of the reasons why I'm able to travel a lot, because I end up spending like $30 a night on a hotel room on a Hilton. I got a Hilton hookup and I got the Choice hookup. So I'll end up spending like $30-40 on a hotel room. So it's easy. That's pretty much the only perk. Because I don't have no insurance here. I don't have no 401k, no benefits, no retirement plan, nothing. So I got to think about my future. I got to do what's best for me. I got to look out for my future. They ain't looking out for me. Man. Only because this is a job nobody wants to do. After doing this job for so long, I realized I'm actually at the bottom of the food chain. When I just got the job, I was like, yay! But I realized, man, these jobs are like the easiest jobs to get, because they're always available, because if someone gets a job, they realize, hey, it's not as easy as they thought. Man, try staying up all night. You try staying up all night. Believe me, 5 nights a week, back to back. It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy, so. I realized I could always walk into another night audit job anywhere. So, this is just, good thing I have it on my resume to say I've done it for a while. So that makes it even easier for me to get another night audit job. So I ain't even like, yeah, man. On to the next one. Like one of my old co-workers used to say, man, you gotta stay looking for the exit ramp. You gotta have a plan. Look for that exit ramp, man. I'm gonna miss this joint. I'm gonna miss it. A lot of memories. A lot of good times. But once these renovations are complete, you know what's coming after that. It's more work for the same amount of pay. I ain't hear nobody talk about no raise yet. I see the restaurant, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be more work. They better hire somebody to come do that breakfast stuff, because that ain't my job. But I ain't gonna be here that long, so I ain't even worried. See, it's starting to give me prison vibes now. Look at it. Look at it, man. It's like when I'm trying to take a little nap, and then I barely open. I'm like, whoa, where am I? I catch myself like, oh, yeah, man. And then they got me all exposed now. In the middle of the night, you see, the front desk used to be completely blocked off. You couldn't just walk to the back here. You couldn't just access. It was completely blocked off and like this high. So you would literally have to jump over it to get over behind the desk, behind the counter. Now it's just you walk around from any side. So if someone's pissed off and they want to get at you, I mean, not me personally, because ain't nobody going to try me like that, but I can see somebody else who's not as, who looks like you could push them around. I could see trouble, man. I could see it getting physical around here. So y'all ain't gonna leave me exposed and put me at risk and in danger, man. So I used to be able to lock the little door in the back, turn the lights off, take my nap. I had the camera in so I could watch the cameras. Any little sound, I'd be up. Somebody come to the desk, I'd be up. I had my little my little bell, what they use at restaurants. Bing! So that sound, once I hear that, bing, I am up. I know that sound anywhere. It's like my antenna, my radar. It's like, yeah. But I don't even recognize the place anymore. So many changes, man. They got rid of all the hot tubs. That was our go-to. That's what made us stand out. That was like what everybody knew this hotel for. People would call, hey, you got any of them hot tub rooms? They were the shoot, because you would have your hot tub and you were overlooking the beach. We would charge $300, $400 a night for those rooms. But what they did know, they pretty much just made everything just standard, selling rooms for $80 a night now. So I never used to have people walking in. Now I got people walking in 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because they're looking for the cheapest room in town. You know, they go on Expedia or booking.com, whatever, and this is the cheapest thing in town. Like, what the hell? Huh. I ain't into all that cheap shit, man. Y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got me talking about uniform. They want me to wear suit, like, jacket and white blazer. Nah, man, y'all got me messed up, man. That ain't my style. That ain't me. I'm a chill dude, man. Relax, laid back. This hotel, this whole vibe of the hotel was like small, boutique, laid back, mom and pop, like people came here to get away from that kind of corporate BS. So, but like I said, new owners know, so I don't know, they must think this is the Casa Monica. If you don't know what the Casa Monica is, it's like the #1 hotel in St. Augustine, downtown St. Augustine. Pretty, like, expensive hotel. The Casa Monica Resort. But this ain't the Casa Monica, I can tell you that. Not near the Casa Monica. So, yeah, but it is what it is. I said I'll just write out my couple days. Good thing is, since I have less time to sleep, I'll have more time to work. So I'll just focus, dial in, watch YouTube all night, which is what I always do. And just get some admin work done. Stuff that I won't be able to get to do once I leave, I mean, I'll still be able to do it, but it's just the atmosphere. Once you're here, you're in that mode, it's like go time, work mode. So if you're gonna do a front desk job, make sure it benefits you at the end of the day. Make sure you're doing something on the side. Make sure you're working towards some backup plan. Because this ain't it. You'll be working 2, 3 jobs and it still ain't adding up. I can tell you, first-hand experience. So this job is really for people fresh out of school, or if you're in like college looking for some extra money. You just left school looking to start, just getting into the working world. Or if you're, in your 50s, 60s, getting close to retirement, or already retired and you just need an extra 20, 30, not even 30, like an extra 20 hours a week, an extra couple hours a week. That's all it is. But for me, I've done timed out. I done milked this baby dry. Ain't nothing left here for me. So I can't just keep beating the same dead horse. There's an old saying, man. Albert Einstein once said, life is like riding a bicycle. Keep your balance. You must keep moving.